Right, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're going to be covering some more rotation ready stuff today, and today we're going to be talking about a Jeskai Tokens deck. Also, side note, two things. One, don't forget that cards may change as new cards come out that we may want to add to this. Also, some card choices we make might not work for the new metagame because we don't know everything coming out in Bloomborough yet. But these cards will all still be standard legal, so you can build these now and still have them good to go later. The other thing is, I need to make sure that y'all hit the like button on these videos because they're likely to not get as much reach as stuff that's just doing well right now with all the current cards. So to make sure we can keep making these, I need you to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't to make sure that we can keep getting these in front of people and to get the views they need to get so we can keep making them. Okay, now let's hop into this list. I want to also say that I tested a couple of games with this list earlier that I had some counters in and I didn't, so this will be the first times I'm playing that I don't now, so this will be the first time I'm playing this particular list in this video. That being said, we're starting out with some shocks because we no longer have play with fire. This is the closest replacement I could think of that makes sense. It lets us send damage upstairs. We're also still going to play some lightning strike. We get to play Balmor though. We do have a lot of non-creature spells, a bunch of instants. I believe there's 17 in the deck, so this gives us a chance to get more damage on our tokens. We're gonna play a couple copies of Slick Sequence. I don't know how often we're gonna get to draw a card with this, but we have a bunch of cheap things, so it's possible. But if nothing else, it's another 2 damage. Third Path Iconoclast cares about us in playing non-creature spells, which I believe there are like 20 in the deck, so 22 maybe. So this will allow you a chance to actually get a bunch of tokens. And we're going to play Lightning Helix because, well, it's just good. It's a burn spell, and we need more spells, obviously. Monastery Mentor lets us make all the things with prowess, which we like. Anim Pakal gets to make a pile of extra tokens. So this is actually just in here because we're doing tokens. So we're just going to try to make a lot. And it's a good card to where you don't have to overcommit, and you can just keep attacking with this and making tokens till they get rid of them. War Leader's Call. If we're going to have all these tokens, we might as well be making more damage, right? Now, arguably, we should probably have a 4th one of these on deck. I'm just playing 3 to start with. But depending on how the games go, we'll decide what we want this to be. Now, we do know we're still going to be susceptible to sweepers and, you know, all the stuff that's going to stop tokens. So we do want to play a couple of other things. And with this, I decided to go with Archangel Elspeth, an underplayed Planeswalker. Wow, having trouble speaking this morning. But we can put a bunch of tokens into play over time, which can still do damage with War Leader's Call. It gains us life, which is really good. Or if we just need to give something flying later or put counters on Anim Pakal, we can do that as well, which is super nice. And then because we have all these non-creature spells, Narset is in the deck. We don't get to play with this much. The couple of times I played Narset, it was pretty sweet. So I'm hoping she does a lot here. And it's a 3/4 body, but if we have a bunch of tokens out already and we get to play a spell, then attack, play the spell out of the graveyard, that's usually going to be enough to end the game. And we're playing some Virtual Loyalty because making the 2/2 is an instant. So it works out for us, right? And if we have all the tokens sit around, of course, playing the enchantment's good value too. So yeah, this will be interesting because, like I said, I haven't played this version of the deck yet. So we'll see what happens in these games. But as always, at the end of the video, if you do like it and you want to download it, we'll have a link. It'll take you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor, where you can download this list or see literally, I think, 85 other decks or something we have for Thunder Junction season still hanging out over there. For now, though, let's go see if Narset and the folks really can get it done with all these extra spells. Ooh, you know, I'm going to keep this, see if we can find some blue land. Delver of Secrets. All right, well, we found the blue land. I guess I should just kill Delver before it gets going, huh? I think we're going to keep the theme of playing a couple of games in the play queue just to get a feel for the deck before we play it on the ladder, and then we'll see where things go. Also, as a subtle little reminder, don't forget we are still playing against opponents' cards that will not be standard legal soon. But it's just what we got to do while we're testing stuff. This feels like a good situation for Third Path Iconoclast because the opponent's likely to only have bounce spells. So unless they bounce and counter, which they could do in mono blue, because they're obviously playing a lot of spells with Delver. All right, you have a Delver. Ooh, a Lightning Helix doesn't suck. What to do here? I think we just hold, honestly. They're going to play some spell here, probably try to stack up something so they can get their Delver flipped. But we'll just kill a Delver, I think. They're going to picklock Prankster to return something. Alright, so they get a Fading Hope, I'm assuming. I mean, maybe they want to counter. Alright, I'm just going to get this. Wait, it didn't let me do it at the end after that resolved? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, they bounced us. That's fine. We still get our token. I thought I could wait till they targeted that and then still have priority. I guess I couldn't. Maybe I had to have full control on. Either way, it didn't really matter much. What are you going to do here, opponent? Save your Delver? They are going to counter that. Okay. Sure. I mean, I don't hate it. This kind of plays into our situation pretty well. So I think what I'm going to do... Wow, Arena, no. Let us take a damage, please. I need to be able to cast my other spells. Come on now. I want to cast Slick Sequence here. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright. Yeah, and another Slick Sequence. That's nice. Because we can definitely cast 2 things next turn. Bring the pain, opponent. Bring the pain. Okay, so... I think I just want to... Lightning Strike Slick Sequence is probably the best thing to do here. And then I get another card. Nice. Don't hate that. Alright, that's all it took. Yeah, I think we'll keep this. We can work with this. I will say, the other thing I kind of like about this list is that it is mostly what I would call budget friendly. Like, there are a fair amount of rares and mythics, but they're all stuff except for maybe Monastery Mentor that fit several of the builds, which is kind of nice. So it's not like you're just crafting a bunch of these just for this deck. Yeah, these are cards we're just not going to be seeing in the new standard, so... Not too bad. Let's just pass here. We'll try to flash in a 2/2, see if that gets to do a little work. Or if they want to kill it. I would not be upset if they wasted removal on our 2/2 here. Love that. Especially with it being a go for the throat. Alright, that's not too bad. Let's go here. Because I don't have a world where I'm going to get to do that and something, but I can, like, third path and creature next turn. Though if they don't have a kill spell, we could just Elspeth and make this thing big. Actually, I need to kill that now, so it can't kill my mentor. So it looks like we're going to third path and Slick Sequence. And then if they do have removal, we'll just play... Ooh, I was going to say Archangel Elspeth, but I just realized we don't have 2 white. So that's a little bit of a problem. But still got to go for it. Maybe we'll find white land here that's untapped white mana. Would be nice. Though we could still play it. Narset. Alright, well, the opponent gives up. Yeah, this is totally a keeper, right? Because, like, worst case scenario, we just flash in Virtue and then attack with an Anipakal. Oh, never mind. Depending on what the opponent does, this whole plan could be changing. We may have to kill a Skrelv. Actually, we probably have to kill a Skrelv no matter what. Oh, Oh, do we get to block a Skrelv? We do get to block a Skrelv. Nice. Was not banking on that being part of the strategy. Love when that happens. Yeah, this one. Okay. That works. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, this could be real nice though. Could be real nice. Question is, do I want to waste 2 removal cards on this? Or do I attack, let them... Nah, let's just attack and let them block. I miss a chance to get tokens on my thing, but I want to be able to use these for other stuff. And now I can also use like a Virtue if I want to or whatever. And I kind of force their hand on how to use their removal. They have to keep going after Anam Pakal here too. Yeah. So we're okay with this. Like, we can play this game for a bit and be okay. Lots of removal spells. Still attacking. Same thing. Let's go ahead and use the Lightning Helix, because this is harder to cast down the road. Alright, and the turn. They also know we've got Virtue of Loyalties queued up here. As soon as we can get that 5th land. Interesting. So I'm going to assume there's a Wandering Emperor in our future, because why else would they just pass here? So Anam Pakal's not going to get in and get her hands dirty. She's not in that business. Yep, we knew it. Not a surprise.
Run away. You'll be safer.
So now the question is, they're likely playing some type of aggro pile or toxic, but
Let your blade do the
even if we let them block and trade, they take 3. We have 6, 9, 10, 11. You know what? I think this is just what we're going to do here. I'm going to shoot this. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Wandering Emperor and get a card. Let them just take 5 here.
See you later.
Alright. And now we have lethal just on board next turn. 2, 4, 5. We'll make 2 more tokens, a 6, 7, even without Anam Pakal there. Alright, well, we'll just have to play the other Anam Pakal. Because we're... Well, no, we won't. That's not going to happen. Or maybe it does. Alright, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have a Lightning Strike. Yeah, might as well play it. Alright. Now, even if they sweep the board, they know we're holding a Lightning Strike here. Yep, Skrelv doesn't do it. Nor does Elesh Norn. Insult to injury here. Yep. Alright, cool. Opponent goes first. Yeah, we'll keep this. I mean, we have all red and white cards. Useless without a 3rd land, but, you know, we'll see what's up. Alright. There's the 3rd land, so now it's how do things progress from here? Yeah, you got it. Interesting. They didn't want to use their map. So what are they going to play here? Ledger Shredder. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this. And then we'll just kill the Shredder next turn. Because that seems like the smart thing to do. Before they get a chance to do anything. Wonder if they're on mono blue or not. Looks like they are. So if you're on mono blue... Alright, let's go with Warrior's Call. Just testing what counters are there, if any. They might just be flashing a creature in here. No, they didn't counter, nor... Okay, they just didn't do anything for a turn. Interesting. All right, so now they're going to map. So they're limited on options now here then. I'm thinking I might just Elspeth here. Take the fall. Target creature gets minuses. All right. They're leaving a mana up, though. So I think it's still just Elspeth here. And then next turn, we'll have the mana to Monastery Mentor plus Lightning Helix.
I have been reborn.
And if they just want to bounce a 2/2, like, so be it. They would get to Scribe, but that's okay. I mean, if you got it, go for it. At least gets rid of the creature, right? Oh. Well, that's to draw a card. So they're definitely caring about Ledger Shredder or whatever. I wonder if that means they're playing Props Eidetic Memory and the other 0/3 or whatever with Vigilance and gets bigger for the number of cards you draw on. Those are probably in there too. Yep, you got it. I mean, we're going after Elspeth, right? I mean, that makes sense.
I will not be corrupted.
I will not be corrupted. Elspeth's pretty serious. Alright, so the opponent had some things to do there, but they opted not to do them. So let's go ahead and do this no matter what for this turn. Get us our point of damage. Then we'll attack. See if they want to do something to our token. Alright, yeah, that's fine. They do get to draw a card, though. And we know what it is. Really, this turn is about, can Lightning Helix kill a Siren? That's what we're playing around here. I'm kind of going to be a little sad that our Monastery Mentor probably gets countered. But if it does, then we get to kill the Siren. Alright. So I'm assuming you left counter mana up. Oh. Did we not? What's going on here? In the turn, maybe you're going to try to draw? Okay, that works too. Alright. Now, even if they bounce their own Siren here, that's fine, because it lets us hold on to Elspeth for an extra turn. Alright, good stuff. It worked. Now we got to find more spells. You know, one problem for another problem, but we're getting there. Thopter, when it dies, it makes a Thopter, right? Is that the deal? Yeah, it makes a 1/1. When you draw your second card, it gets a counter, but when it dies, you don't think. Alright, so it'll be a 3/2 here. Fortunately, I have tokens that have 2 power to fight something with 2 toughness. That works out well. That also works out well. Aw, darn. Yeah, that was about to be a crazy turn, because we get to turn these into 3/3s. This is a 4/4. Get to make a token, deal 2, and attack in. Like, that's a good one. But I think playing against mono blue is probably one of the better situations for us if we can dodge counters. But turns out they did have the cards in there we thought they had. They just got them in a different sequence. Alright, looks like we're going to keep this one. I will say, just for clarity, for transparency's sake, I did have a loss a second ago against a mono black player, but when somebody's spamming emotes and BMing, like I said, I'm gotten to the point I'm not going to feature that stuff anymore, so this is just where we are. And we just pass. Doc does not get to kill anything here. I was going to say, can we keep drawing lands, though? That would be helpful. So at the very least, if they go kill spell, then we get Archangel Elspeth, and hopefully that helps. Oh, we got to untap with Balmor, though. That's cool. Get in there, friend. All right, what are we looking at here? Wedding announcements. We probably don't much care about wedding announcements, so we're just going to let that ride. And go.
I will put an end to this misery.
Oh, uh-oh. They're probably going to sacrifice a token to kill Elspeth, because otherwise you just block there if you're thinking about sweeping the board, I imagine. Oh, it's Wandering Emperor. Yeah, it's fine. We lose the Mentor. We can live with that. Like, we don't like it, but we'll be fine.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Let's go here. And, let's shoot the opponent. Let's attack. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to get. So then now we can shoot this, and then we don't even lose a token. And we get a card. Didn't want it to be a land, but, you know, I guess we can't have everything we want. Man, our hand's not good right now either. And then target Balmor. Yep, that makes sense. Ooh, opponent's at 6. So we can give this flying for 3, 4, 5. Alright. I'm just gonna attack. Make a token. Play a tap land. Only have one creature to get back if we minus Elspeth, so that's not the most exciting thing. Ooh, what do we do with this, though? No attacks. Sadly, here is when they attack, they're going to still get to draw a card, so that's not good for us. Shieldred, we're not overly concerned about. That, however, is not good for us. That is a real problem. Yep, we needed some spells there, and didn't hit. Alright, another token for you. Yep. Seems legit. Any chance... Oh, not that. No attacks. I was thinking if we could have got one of the adventures that makes the night, because then we get to trigger the mentors, then we get to play the enchantment, that triggers the mentors. And, like, that could almost give us enough to punch through. But we'll see. We are running out of time here, though.
A fight? And you think
And, you know, these are cards that we won't be facing down when you're talking about wedding announcements, Tenacious Underdog. Like, those are all going to go away. Alright, we got nothing. Ooh, don't have any red mana. But you know what? Let's try it. We can still cast some stuff here. This is still respectable. Pass a turn. Alright. Go here. We did find some red land, so now what do? I feel like, we can attack. They probably don't block. We can mentor, then they would spend their turn killing something, I would guess. I mean, unless they just want to play like Liliana, make a sacrifice a thing. Like, yeah, that comes through. That's fine. It can have its counter. Because, like, even if we double block, kill a thing, Liliana kills the other thing. Like, yeah, exactly. We at least force them to do something here. Which we're okay with. See if we can find another untapped land next turn. It's kind of what situation this is going to be. Trespasser, sure. You got it. Opponent opted not to do anything here. We only have one red mana. So we could Animpakal. Also, War Leader's Call is really good here. Ah, this is a tough choice. Actually, we can't do two of these. I was just thinking that. I only have one red source in play. So, I guess we just do this. And attack. I mean, they can chump block 2/2s and take 5, and that still works. Like, we're fine with that exchange. Yep, you have a Shieldred. Alright, well, we're still working with the one red mana theory here. So... yeah, we just attack. Same things. Actually, if we do this and they block across the board, they have 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we just attack with everything. Because then the damage from the War Leader's Call plus... yeah. Even if they had to play... yeah, that's going to be it anyway, right? Yeah, okay. Interesting. It's an all-spell hand and Narset. Alright, I'm going to keep those one for science. See how it goes. I'm going to assume not great, but we'll see what we draw. Okay. Good to know. I have a lot of damage land here too, which looks going to be a Boros Aggro deck, so this is kind of tough. Fortunately, we at least got removal spells that we can target things with here, which is important. Hey, something that doesn't deal a pile of damage to us. They're going to try to do everything at once with a slick shot show off, I think. Or probably play around potential counters from us, because by us not casting anything, we do somewhat look like a control deck. However, I would say if you look at our lands, most control decks are not going to want to be playing a bunch of these fast lands, because it's not their strategy. So our hands played out very weirdly here, but, oh, I can respect that. Sure. I thought they were going to at least try to cast the Demonic Ruckus on it, but no tokens for you. Alright, so they are a Boros Aggro deck. We are just having to play very carefully here. So I'm going to play one of these so I have access to multiple spells, depending on if they have something to protect a creature or whatever. Or even another Monastery Mentor if we want to kill two things. Alright, you have a show off. I assume at least one of these will try to load up the show off, and then they protect it, then we try to kill it. least that's my assumption about how this will go. Let's see how right we are. Yep, I assume there's at least one of those there. So I'm doing this in case there's another one. We can still use just Get Lost outright next turn and kill it. Alright, so that was a little tough. We both wasted a couple cards there. I didn't get the life off the Lightning Helix, but kind of just is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna go here. Play a Spire Bluff Canal tapped. And then that'll leave us mana for multiple things next turn. They have their own Get Lost here. I would understand if they did. The benefit is we at least put a lot of stuff in the yard for a Narset. Which, if Narset lives, Narset and Pakal is a banger of a combo. Because then all the 1/1s also get prowess. Alright, looks like they don't have a way to deal with Narset here. At least at the moment. Don't want to say that they 100% don't, because they probably have a way to kill Pakal here, I'd imagine, if they can't kill Narset. Go to attack. Okay. Looks like, that's funny. We could cast that on something. Hadn't really thought about that, actually. But, yeah, let's try that. Why not? Sure. I'm just going to put it on Pakal. Such a random thing. That's the first time I've gotten to use Narset like that. That's awesome. In the turn. Alright, next turn we obviously have way more than lethal with the damage from our yard, plus all the prowess, and the tokens from Pakal. Alright, they're passing. I wonder if that means... Oh... I don't want to get too greedy. I think I'm going to hold on to the Monastery Mentor here. But I wonder if that means I have, like, Witchstalker's Frenzy or some such. But either way, we're going to go for it anyway. Because why not? Oh, which is funny because we could cast that, but they could just respond. So let's go to our graveyard. Fire one of these off. Alright. Target the opponent. All of those prowess triggers go off. Nope, opponent's just saying GG's. Alright, our little combo of weirdness worked. So, awesome. Thought there was going to be something else there. Okay, let's see what this hand can do. As much as I like Slick Sequence, and we don't have a ton of ways to draw cards, like, I don't think that's a thing... Until we see what new cards come out, I don't know if this is really the solution that we want. I feel like we ultimately want this to be like... I don't know, maybe even like an Abrade, so we have a way to kill artifacts but still kill creatures. Or just extra damage if somebody blocks like one of our 1/1s or 2/2s. I feel like that should be more likely. And it's easier to cast, right? Because this means I have to have some combination of like 2 blue sources and 2 red sources to be able to pull this off most of the time. Why did you have to have that? Boo. And the turn I don't have a lightning strike or a helix. Yep, probably has a rage plus to go with it. But honestly, if you see a bunch of stuff that could deal damage to your creatures, you know, saving a rage defensively isn't a thing Red wants to do a lot, but depending on how many creatures in your hand, could be the right decision. Because if I did have Helix here, and then they rage, that sucks. I'd have to respond to the rage, which might be what they're thinking about right now. And I don't blame them. Alright. Oh, I needed that to be a red source really badly. Alright, well, with it not being a red source. Yep. You got it. And a play with fire. Oh, that sucks. So now I can't even make my 2/2 to block with. I mean, I can, it's just gonna die, so. It sadly takes that option away. Okay. And that's good till the next turn, right? Yeah. Alright, I might as well do it. At least it's not hitting us in the face. Alright, another red land is almost going to get us where we want to go. Alright, we'll go here. No idea if this sticks. I'm assuming it doesn't, because we've only seen one burn spell, but... Yeah, I was going to say, that wouldn't have made sense if it did. And if we still could draw a lightning strike here, like, that would still be legit. That is not going to do it. Yeah, we just can't play more than one spell here, so that's going to get us dead. Okay, well, no blue mana, but we also don't have any blue cards in hand, so that seems fine. Like, not crazy exciting. Now, that makes it a little more exciting. Ooh, I think we just kill that now. Yeah, I think that's where we want to go. And then what if we... Let's play this. Yeah, mono green aggro could be tough. Because our creatures, I mean, we can make a lot of them, they're just not real big. And if they have a fight spell for our key cards, things can get a little dangerous. Okay. Let's... Ooh, how do I want to do this? Because if I wait, I can mentor and make a body. But otherwise, I could also just make like a 3/3 attack, play Anipakal. What are the odds that they're going to play something and be able to fight Anipakal? Basically is what I got to figure out here. I'm going to go for it. And just say, I'm guaranteed to play 2 spells next turn right now. And that still results in some amount of damage. Plus the ability to play the Virtue. So, we'll see. Okay, here comes a fight spell. Oh no, they just decided to go with Goldvein Hydra. Alright, cool. Yeah, we take the damage. Not what I was expecting at all. Pass the turn. I mean, because that being said, we don't actually get to attack with Anipakal here. Obviously. Uvenwald Duder, that gets them a card. Respectable. Oh, here comes the fight. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and make a dude then. Okay. Let's go ahead and block this, because that's the bigger problem on the coming turns. And they opted not to kill the 3/3 so they could kill the prowess guy. Okay. Yeah, we Virtue. Alright, they're going to get a bunch of treasure here. And then I just have to question, are we dead? Like, that's the question of the hour. Are we dead? Bristly Bill. Alright, you got a big body here. Which will allow you to double some counters on the coming turns, which is not awesome for us. And a pull of Kranos. Ugh. That's tough. Now I don't know if we have any real outs. I think we just have to... Well, pull of Kranos tramples, but they'd have to get a counter on it. We go to 2... Alright, we need to draw a spell, basically. Alright, and it was a lightning strike, so or lightning helix, so that's a real spell. If there was one we were gonna draw. So now we could attack. We'll make 3 more bodies. They can block 1, 2, 3, so 4 gets through. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Is that correct? Alright, I'm going to trust that I did some crazy math here. Yeah, that works. Okay. Ooh, we kind of got away with one here. I feel like that was closer than we like. Oh, I guess we get a bonus damage, too, off of the Mentor token, but... Oh, man, that was close. Okay, sure. Let's try it. I mean, obviously, we'd like to draw a blue land, but if not, we at least have a couple of things for the first 3 turns. After that, I don't know what we're going to do. Like, one step at a time, though. It is amazing when you think about it, though, like, the difference between something like Shock and Play with Fire, you know, being so drastically different. I'm going to go ahead and play this here. And then maybe get to hopefully spend the next couple of turns killing things. LSL Core. Alright. So, as much as I want to play the Swift Spear here... Actually, or I mean Mentor. If we were to attack, and they played, I don't know, either of the 2 creatures that get bonuses for gaining life, they would be at least a 4, if not a 5. I mean, we'd still be able to kill them? Alright, I'm going to go for it. I mean, if they only can play one of them, it'd still be a 4. Yeah. Let's just see if they got him or not. Okay, so they did have one of them. That was my concern. Oh no, what are we doing to put another life on it? Okay. Yeah, I'm not blocking that. You can do whatever you want. Like, that is a very safe attack. Okay, this is good. Let's see if they have protection spells here. It appears they do not. Alright. And then this still works because if we get an untapped land, we could play Narset, replay one of these lightning strikes, and shoot something with the shock. Alright. Delny's not so scary here. I mean, it is a lot of life, mind you, but... Oh, now that sucks. Alright. Yep. So now we don't have an easy out to killing that. So then we're going to do the next best thing we can do. We're just going to get as much damage in as we can. It's just going to be that Voice of the Damned or Voice of the Blessed, Voice of the Damned. That's what it feels like right now. Voice of the Blessed versus all of our duders. I mean, this is a ton of damage. Alright, you're at 6. All we need to find effectively is like one spell, I would think. They're gonna reanimate something else here. Nope, there's Ellis, so that's the way to gain some life. And that picks up something. Alright. Come on, damage spell. If we can get either one of these blockers out of the way. That's the ticket. Come on. Come on, be there. You are not it. Alright, they're also top decking here, though. We attack with everything. That doesn't do enough. So, no attacks. They're going to gain no less than 2 here if they have a creature. If they reanimate Delny, it's going to... looks like they are. That's going to suck for us. Yeah, if they gain any life, we're dead. Because we took the 2 damage from casting Narset. So they just need a creature in play. And they can attack with the voice. Oh, that wasn't it, though. Alright, another chance if we can get a spell. Actually, if we just attack, we get a spell out of the yard anyway. Yeah, because Narset... Oh, we get double prowess, actually. Because Narset gives everybody else another instance of prowess. So, do I chump block here? Their hand's empty, right? This is safe. Neither of these can get stuff out of the yard? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, well that's doubly good. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I could kill myself with my lands, actually. I have to win with Narset here. Oh, I almost killed myself. That's hilarious. Yeah. We'll just hit the opponent. Wow, that's crazy. Man, I almost messed up and played the get lost there. Oh, that would have been so bad. Man, beating an opponent after they gained like 13 plus life is pretty good. Yeah, don't have any complaints about that. Alright, so overall, I would say this overperformed on the play queue. Underperformed. Not under. Like, it was okay on the ladder. I think it was like 52-ish%. So, better than 50%, and I think there's some changes we can make. Mostly because of the mana, believe it or not. There were times, 1 or 2 of those games we lost because we just got stuck on either 2 or 3 lands and couldn't do multiple things. Which is fine. That's going to happen sometimes. I do want to replace the Slick sequence. While I do like the fact that this is more damage that just goes at the opponent, I would rather either just do a combination of either max out, shock, and lightning strike. Because I think those would be good. But if we want to have something against artifacts, I think just playing in a braid here is also reasonable. So you have, it's not a lot, it's 2 cards, but at least you have something you can do against artifacts and you can still get rid of creatures. Now, the other side of that is, this is damage that does not go upstairs and hit the opponent. This is damage that you can't hit planeswalkers with. So if that's a concern to you and we just want to try to outrace the opponent, I think it's totally reasonable to say, you know what? I'm going to play 4 shock, I'm going to play 4 lightning strike, just the 2 get lost, and the 4 helix. That's our removal. And then you're just going to go for it. You know, I think that's more than a reasonable plan. Now, question... I was wondering how good Balmor is, but we don't have a lot of quality flyers we can play in this build. And Balmor actually did okay in the games we got it. It'd be nice if it had like haste or something, but I'd just be asking for a lot. But also, I think if we do play more of the shocks and the lightning strikes, like it does get easier to cast multiple things in a turn, which was the biggest thing when you'd get like some weird thing where you only had 1 blue or 1 red and you couldn't like, or 1 white, I mean, you couldn't just like go off with multiple spells. So this actually helps solve that issue a little bit. But yeah, I think that would be the biggest issue here. Just deciding, do you want the Abrades? Do you want Shock or Lightning Strike? I think either way, that's your call to make. I think I'm going to go with the 2 Abrade, but easily an argument could be made to go the other way. Now, this list is also fairly cheap to build, because when I was looking through this, outside of maybe 2 Narset, which you could do without and just play more burn spells or max your Anima calls and War Leader's Call, I think that's fine, and the Monastery Mentor, everything else is viable for other decks. We see multiple decks with Anima Call, War Leader's Call, you know, Balmor. These are all commons and uncommons, so I don't really worry about those when you're crafting them. Get Lost we added, but this is also something you're going to play in a lot of decks anyway. So nothing wrong with that. And then, of course, just your lands, but you need lands anyway for other builds. So this is a safe one, I think, overall, if you do want to craft it. And again, the only card I think that you wouldn't use in a bunch of other decks that is kind of pivotal here is Monastery Mentor. You could do without the Narsets if you don't already own them, and I would just turn those into probably an Anima Call and whatever other of these, like a Shock or a Lightning Strike or whatever, I think would be fine. But yeah, overall, deck actually performed pretty well. I was happy with this. And again, it's something that's rotation ready. And you probably own a lot of these cards already, which is actually pretty sweet. So the final list that I'm going to post up is going to be 3 Shock, 2 Get Lost, 2 Abrade, 3 Lightning Strike, 2 Balmor, 4 Third Path Iconoclast, 4 Lightning Helix, 4 Monastery Mentor, 3 Anima Call, 3 War Leader's Call, 2 Archangel Elspeth, 2 Narset, 3 Virtue of Loyalty, a Plains, an Island, 3 Mountains, 1 Edekar Waste, 4 Seachrome Coast, 2 Shivan Reef, 4 Spire Bluff Canal, 4 Battlefield Forge, 4 Inspiring Vantage. And if you want to keep diving into other rotation ready decks so you can still have some fun before Bloomburrow gets here, I did actually put up a Gruul Planeswalker deck that's actually pretty cool. You can ramp to the big Planeswalkers pretty fast and have a lot of fun with that one, so check that out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.